Marcelo is my name. I am the niche fragrance collector.
Hello everybody, my name is Laura and I am here from T2M Sensory.
And Laura's superpower is the ability to grab a fragrance, a perfume, and allocate it to the right occasion.
These fragrances are perfect and there's probably something for every bride here. Well, the first one is Totally White by Parle Moi. This fragrance is made up of lots of white flowers. I think this is the perfect fragrance for an outdoor bride. This is inspired by the park in Paris, and so it is very, very much this ethereal, delicate and clean fragrance. You really do have to get your nose on this. This is a masterpiece. Now, it took Michel Almerac, the perfumer, 126 trials to make. So it's a real masterpiece because most of the notes in this fragrance, you can't extract from the flower.
Right.
So he's actually been able to put these flowers, or all types of different flowers together to create this.
Right. I get the feeling that this would be an awesome sort of body fragrance. The sillage would be moderate to body. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, it lasts quite well. I would say at least 3 to 6 hours on the skin, depending on your skin and the acidity levels and how fragrance generally lasts on your skin. But I find that there's something so clean and elegant and understated in a way, but still very feminine.
Yeah, actually very feminine. It almost feels like this would be what they would smell like. It has that
right.
sort
It's like your scent, but better, more enhanced.
That's it. The notes on this are very straightforward. Wisteria, hawthorn, and syringa.
Yes, and lilac, a little bit of lily of the valley as well. So all of those beautiful white flowers. Not so much as heady as gardenia or tuberose.
Not at all. Sometimes that tuberose can get a bit heady.
Yes.
It's a bit, really like, you know that you're smelling a tuberose.
Yeah, it's like boom. Whereas this is a little bit, understated for somebody who doesn't like really perfumey fragrances, not too strong, heady. This is
beautiful.
So, delicate and intimate and classic, Okay, next up, let's talk about TUBEROZA by Nishane. Oh my God, I think every woman should have this in their collection.
Amen to that.
For a bride, I just want to talk to you a little bit about the fact that tuberose is the most carnal, seductive flower in history. So
makes sense.
I will get a little bit cheeky and say that, tuberose was worn by the concubines, the, prostitutes in history wore tuberose oil. It's a night blooming flower and it's most fragrant at night. Now, women were banned from walking through gardens at night, forbidden that they would be overwhelmed with the sense of the smell of this tuberose, and they would have erotic desires.
And then give themselves to the night.
Yes.
Right.
So I will spray this so we can both enjoy it.
Let me just say my wife owns this one and now I understand.
Literally,
any
time I have worn this on a date in the history of my dating life, men are like, oh my God, what is that smell?
It's coming through.
This is an extract de parfum concentration. So this will last on you as a bride. You don't even have to worry about a respray on this. So you can spray this on in the morning, you're getting ready, you're getting your dress on, boom, you've got your makeup and your hair done, you pop TUBEROZA on, and you're done.
You're set.
It'll last until the evening.
This is gorgeous, but this is it is a very sensual, it's very sexy.
But
it's
so feminine as well. I actually call it femininity in a bottle.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's that fresh flowers. It is heady, but it's not too overwhelming either. It doesn't punch you in the face. It's just, you'll walk past and you'll be wafting this absolutely gorgeous
The trail on this, and I know from experience, the trail on this is beautiful. So I would put this at a very high sillage on this guy here, or this lady here. On the tuberose, the top notes are Lang Ylang, Artemisia, Orange Blossom, and Sweet Orange. In the heart notes, you're looking at tuberose, gardenia, marigold, and jasmine. Finally, in the base, you're looking at vetiver, musk, sandalwood, and amber.
With this tuberose, it's a Mexican tuberose. Now, the Mexican tuberose has this beautiful banana-y facet to it, which this does have.
Funny, I was going to say, there is a fruity component to it.
And it's the Mexican tuberose, but mixed with orange blossom and the other notes and the jasmine.
Beautiful.
Absolutely stunning.
A beautiful, this is beautifully orchestrated. And again, I know from experience, this is a gorgeous fragrance. And on a wedding day, I'm telling you, even the best man's gonna go, I made a mistake, I should have been with you.
And it is definitely a
We hope not.
I think this is a woman's weapon, this fragrance.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's
100%.
a woman's weapon. It really represents women's power and sexuality.
Right.
And that power, I think that fragrance.
Right.
And I assure you, once you wear that, you see the men comment. Next up, we have the Musk by Essential Parfums. Essential Parfums is about the idea of creating essential fragrances to have in your collection.
Right.
First of all, this is a very natural fragrance for, so they use beetroot alcohol.
Right.
This is about 88% natural, which is quite high.
Very.
And it's a 17% concentration. So your standard usually sits between 15 and 16%.
Right.
And so this is a little bit stronger. This is a fragrance that is enveloping. It is feminine, it's warm, it's sensual, and it's rich. This is by Callis Becker. So Callis Becker, she's a star of the perfume world, and she created J'adore. And I'm sure J'adore was definitely worn by many, many brides throughout history and still is.
Right.
So, and I find that this is a more rounded, rich, clean version of J'adore in a way. And it has the Australian sandalwood in the base, which gives it that woody element too. So if you don't like anything too floral, this is a really beautiful one to go for.
Right.
It's one that I personally wasn't instantly attracted to at first.
Really?
I put it on, I didn't even think about it. And my partner said to me, which made me think about it, he said, "What's that?" And I said, well, this is interesting. You like this one.
I always love when you get a response from your partner, you're like, winning, you know?
It's the one. Yeah, it's elegant, it's rich,
elegant.
it's clean.
It is.
And I think when you're fresh, you're clean out of the shower. Clean is the new sexy.
Right. So the notes that are found within the fragrance are musk, beeswax, lavender, ginger, and the sandalwood. This is definitely on the elegant side of things.
Definitely elegant.
It doesn't really sort of pop and say, this is a particular, note or anything of that nature.
But it lingers.
Sorry, I feel like I got the beeswax there in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honey.
Honey,
There's
right.
honey notes, which
Yeah,
give
yeah, I
it
got
that
something there
sweetness on the skin too.
As I trailed it past my nose, I'm like, well, hang on a second.
And it's not sickly sweet.
No.
It's really, really, really just a little bit of sweetness of honey. This is a huge bestseller for the brand,
Right.
and I think that this fragrance here, it could be worn for the groom as well.
Right.
It could be a share fragrance because it could smell completely different on a man as it does on a woman.
Right.
Based on your own scent profile and your own unique.
And I do
scent.
find that fragrances do bounce off a male or a female.
I have chosen this one because this is inspired by this place, Arni, which was once this metropolis of people, the Byzantines. It's now ruins and it's a ghost city.
Right.
Now, this is all about breaking down barriers and boundaries between people.
Right.
And so what I love about this is that the story is all about, even if you have nothing left but the ruins, it's about you having the power to start his or her own empire.
Right.
And I love that because when you think about a marriage coming together, I think about building that empire between two people.
Right. I know that Nishane are one of the first, I think this is the first niche house in Turkey, am I right?
Yeah, that's right, from Istanbul.
Based in Istanbul, right. So they really are, they're very much, when they create a fragrance, it's really about the story also. So they really try to capture the essence of...
Wonderful storytelling.
Yeah.
They are, Istanbul, East and West meeting together. Right. So you have this classic contemporary as well.
They blend these, so they're not, you can't say that it's an Eastern fragrance. They're definitely not Western style either. So I love the blend of these, of the cultures and also the way that they use their ingredients.
This is delicious.
Yeah.
This is the most incredible, rich, sensual, gourmand fragrance.
Right.
It just sparkles, doesn't it? Yeah. It's almost like putting a cashmere blanket all over you.
This is one that is also in my collection. This wears so beautifully. I find that those citrus notes really stay in there, but that vanilla down the bottom is just this is a really sexy fragrance.
It is really, really sexy. Women love it on men and men love it on women. And it is said that and you tell me if I'm wrong, in your opinion.
Do it. I'll tell you.
That men like women to smell like fresh flowers, or like something that they could eat.
Yeah, we're going to talk about seduction.
This is super generalization.
We're coming back on seduction, and I do have some my thoughts on, I guess, what a man like. I think a man just likes a woman, you know. So I don't think a woman.
Simple.
Yeah, that's right. So the notes on Ani, top notes are ginger, bergamot, pink pepper, and green notes. In the heart, you're looking at cardamom, blackcurrant, Turkish rose. And finally in the base, you're looking at vanilla, sandalwood, benzoin, cedar, patchouli, ambergris, and musk. Again, in having those base notes, you know, with the ambergris and the cedar wood and the musk,
yes,
I feel that it creates this wonderful longevity. It creates this, it plays on the skin for quite a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
The ambergris, now the ambergris in there is not actually ambergris, if anyone doesn't know what ambergris is. There's lots of molecules that have been used to recreate the smell of ambergris, and it's undescribable. It's got these marine nuances, it's really ambery and warm, and it is one of those scents that, like musk, has been used for centuries in perfume for seduction.
Right.
This perfume, TARDES, in Spanish means afternoon.
For me, it took me to Florence. So it took me, and it was a sunset in Florence.
This is a clean, gourmand fragrance with a woody base. It's actually part of the woody collection from Carner. And this fragrance is just so incredibly enveloping and romantic. And so I thought it's perfect for maybe not a traditional bride, but somebody who wants something rich and sensual, but also clean and soft at the same time.
There is that balance. I've smelt it and experienced it on my wife. And it's that balance between you getting some of those gourmand notes coming through, but you're also getting that cleanness. So it's not a true gourmand where vanillas are popping and all that. I think it's the almond. That almond, you can just get that subtlety of the almond coming through.
So can we try something?
Sure.
Okay, can I get you to close your eyes?
This is rogue now, yes. Eyes are closed.
Okay, so smell your card. Okay. So right now, you are in the countryside. Now you can smell the geraniums, you can smell the almond trees, the blossoms of the almond trees. The sun is setting, it's warm, and the flower meadows, there's some greens, there's plum trees, there's celery.
I'm sold. All right, I'll buy it. I'll buy it already.
Are you there?
Are
you there?
Yeah,
when you close your eyes and you smell this perfume, it takes you to this place.
The notes on TARDES are opening notes are the almond, Brazilian rosewood, rose, and geranium. In the heart, you're looking at plum, Virginia cedar, and celery. Then finally in the base, you're looking at heliotrope, tonka bean, and musk. This has been awesome. If you are interested in any particular fragrances for your special day as a bride, these are some amazing fragrances recommended by Laura, who is a scent specialist. If you're interested in buying any of these, Fragrance Artisan is supporting my channel. NFC5 is the code. Jump on their website. Any orders over $50, you'll get free delivery also. Jump across to our Instagram page. We are doing an awesome promotion in which you can win 20 of various samples from T2M.
Yay!
Thank you, Laura.
My pleasure.
Next week, it's about the boys. We're going to be talking awesome fragrances for grooms.
Amazing. Can't wait.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.